You're watching IT International, and a number of private British defense companies may have recruited former child soldiers from Africa to work in American army bases in Iraq. And that's according to a recently released Danish documentary.
As since I was a child, my job is weapon.
We have a mismatch between the way we imagine war to be and the reality of the 21st century.
Cut people's hands, innocent people's foot.
We will maintain the finest fighting force that the world has ever known.
A documentary maker says no British company has commented on the claim so far, although UK media outlets have been quoting a former director of a company mentioned in the film. Now, he said they hadn't asked employees if they served as soldiers in their childhood, so youth who fought in Sierra Leone may have been recruited. We spoke to the journalist who made the documentary.
Several companies, Western military private companies, have been hiring people from the poorest countries on earth and sent them to work for the Western forces in the war zones. They were looking for the cheapest possible manpower to fulfill the missions, and it turned out that the cheapest manpower was from some of the poorest countries on earth, and that's why they hired them there. We're talking of young people above 18. It's young men and women, but it's people who had a very troubled past when they were kids.
It's believed there are more than 200,000 child soldiers around the world, with 40% of them allegedly girls, many of whom are used as sex slaves. And it's also thought these children are sometimes forced to kill or maim family members. Despite rehabilitation, experts say they may continue to have no respect for human lives when brought back to war zones.
I interviewed several people. One of them is Mike Wessels, an American who have been working with rehabilitation of child soldiers in 15 countries. And what he told me is that when you're a child soldier, you learn a lot of things the wrong way. You don't have any respect for human life. You kill people, you mutilate people, you rape people. And when you try to rehabilitate former child soldiers, what you do is that you try to unlearn all those skills. What he told me is that when you put people in a war zone again, give them a gun again when they're adults, if they have been former child soldiers, there's a very big chance that they will get the mindset they had when they were child soldiers. This mindset where there's not much respect for human lives.
Many former child soldiers have post-traumatic stress disorder, have faced a lot of trauma. Some of the activities that you may have them undertake in their new roles with the private security firm may actually jog their memory back to some of the situations that they faced while being a child soldier. This may be something that they did in the past, which it was not their choice. However, I'm saying as they become adults and they move towards their future, they need to be given education and counseling and opportunities. But if after that they should choose to do something like become a member of a military or to be employed by a private security firm, then that would be an adequate choice for them to make.
And up next, RT International, boom bust discusses Argentina's return to global debt markets after a 15-year hiatus. And if you are watching us in the UK or Ireland, it's the latest edition of Layer King Now. Just stay with us.